I have to say that this disclosure is only going to be news to those of us who are clones of the original inventor of the time machine's wife. Um, most of us living here are clones of her, soul clones. She was kidnapped by her own clone, whom she had been raising as a son. Uh, she was taken at 3 years old, and they've been trying to fix her and us ever since. And that's why we've been kept in the dark. We were kept in the dark out of mercy, actually, uh, because we would have remembered being tortured by this son and raped, and uh, he kept us all as slaves and abused us throughout history, gave us degrading positions. Uh, my awareness is cloned from the daughter clone they made, who was also kidnapped, but I also have the soul of the wife and the experiences of those who have suffered greatly throughout history. Uh, that's why they told me so late in my life. Uh, I'm 33, and they told me this year. Uh, the daughter clone that I derived from, she was experimented on in effort to help the wife, but she wasn't harmed by the father. She was only harmed by when she was taken by the son. Because I only remember being scared when I was taken, and uh, when the father was uh, possessed by the son. And I can tell now that uh, the son is the one that's insane. Uh, I wear the Eye of Horus because I was Horus. That's where my soul was at the time of ancient Egypt. My soul was in many of the gods at the time. I was Isis, I was Ra, I was Anubis. Um, because I was abused, you end up going into a lower realm if you are abused or if you die traumatically, uh, because the sun programmed this place so badly, and he made it so that abuse victims get punished even more. Um, so I ended up being Saint Rita and Saint Blandina, where I was tortured and raped a lot. And I do have fragment memories of those lives. And I was cloned by the sun excessively and made a slave. Um, that would be possession. Uh, whenever it seemed like I was in a position of power, like a god, I was enslaved by the time machine that he has access to, which they cannot control. Uh, people in heaven are afraid of him. Uh, as my time of as Horus, the original inventor of the time machine merged with me, and I rebelled. I was given the opportunity to rebel, and that is when he took my eye, the sun. He was Shiva at the time. He's different people throughout history at some times and not other times. I took Shiva's eye in retaliation, and Shiva is not the same person anymore because he was the body was possessed at the time, uh, and they replaced him with someone who has proven himself to be one of the best in terms of goodness. He climbed to some of the highest realms, and I'm told it's one of my children that took the job. So he's from a future timeline, and I'm glad he's not. That Shiva is good now, because he's in a very powerful position. The only times that the clones of the original inventor's wife were enabled with the power to rebel was when the original inventor enabled us, because he has more time machines and he understands the technology much better than his son. It was him and me, along with our worthy incarnations throughout history, that were merged into the Metatron. That's who the Metatron is. It's a bunch of me, or the wife, and the original inventor's clones, soul clones, merged into a single entity. There is a archangel Metatron, and there is a god Metatron, and if you want to know what a god is, it's a time machine that incarnates into a person, because they are made of souls and consciousness. All right, thanks.